Okay, interest, banks are giving away 5% for savings.
5%, yeah, for now.
Do you think that's enough?
Well, I think what it is that they're losing money doing that right now, but they need cash. And I think what they know is that rates are not going to stay that high. But once you get somebody's money, I mean, think about, if everybody watching this thinks about this, like, how long does somebody stay with a bank? Like, for you to leave a bank, something really bad has to happen, right? They got to do something really stupid. So I think what they're doing is they're losing money on this 5%, which is going to be tough for this year. And we're seeing banks struggle. I mean, the numbers are down. They're closing stores. But they know that next year, and I do believe this, that rates will drop because the CPI is pretty flat. I think they're going to drop rates. They'll start to pull back cash. You know, maybe they'll start paying 2-3%, and then they'll go back eventually to what they were paying before, 1.5%. And I think they know that if they can just get money in the accounts, they'll be okay, right? They just need to get deposits. And obviously they're going to make some return on the deposits, but they need to get money in, because if interest rates drop next year a little bit, which I think that they will, we'll see a pickup in real estate. So hopefully they'll be able to keep that money in the account and then maybe get a home mortgage. And then that's where the banks can make some cash, is by doing that. That's the only way they're going to make some money on this 5%, because they're not making money at paying people 5%, but they just need cash so desperately.
Okay. Well, you've already mentioned this a little, but the CPI was actually flat for this month.
Correct.
Do you think this is a good thing, and the Fed will actually back off a little, stop increasing interest rates?
That's what I've been saying it for a year, that I think we have an election year coming up, and I think that they're going to do everything in their power to try to keep the person they want in office. And I think that they're going to have, if they pull back interest rates, even if they go back 100 to 150 basis points, we'll see real estate pick up. I think real estate will pick up, and that's a lot of voters. That's a lot of people that haven't been making money. I think that'll open things up a little bit. Also, it'll alleviate a lot of this commercial debt that's going to come due next year, because a lot of these loans. Listen, I'm a part owner in a bunch of apartment buildings, and so if most of my debt's at 3.5 and it comes due next year, which it's not, thank God. But let's say it was coming due next year at 5.5 or 6, unless my rents really went up, I'm going to have a problem. I'm going to be upside down. So I think they're going to try to get those rates down, because I'm a small fish, little apartment owner. But think about all these office buildings and these big apartments that are coming due next year. They're not going to be able to cover the debt. So I think they're going to need to pull rates down, because they just don't want to see more real estate just get dumped on the market. And the banks don't want it. So I think interest rates come down a little bit next year.